Dark.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Shot in the Dark. I am your host, John Siino Evil here. Let's get right down to it. AEW Dark Elevation starts with the team of Matt Sydal and Lee Moriarty defeated the team of JR Miller and Marcus Cross. Lee Moriarty makes Cross submit to the Border City stretch while Sydal takes out Miller with the Lightning Spiral. Ty Conti defeated the debuting Amira in under 2 minutes with the Ty KO. Colton Gunn and Austin Gunn of the I want to call them Ass Boys, as Billy Gunn says, but out of the Gun Club, defeats JB Cole and TIM very quickly with Colton pinning TIM after the Colt 45. Mark Henry refused to call him TIM, he just called him Tim. Frankie Kazarian defeated LeBron Cazone with the cross-face chicken wing. Ruby Soho defeated Kenzie Page in a fun 3-minute match with a no future kick. We haven't seen Kenzie Page in a while in AEW, she's been pretty busy on NWA Power. Private Party defeated Chase Amori and Patrick Scott easily with the gin and juice, and Jay Lethal defeated Alexander Moss. He actually first hit the flying elbow at the top rope, but Moss actually kicks out of it surprisingly. So Lethal comes right back with the lethal injection for the win. We go to Tuesday's AEW Dark, starts with Adam Cole defeated Khan in a really good opener here. Khan hung in there, but Cole ends up winning with the boom. Tony Schiavone tries to get a word with him after, but Cole kicks him out of the ring and cuts a strong promo for him and Britt Baker going against their Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander coming up on Dynamite, pretty much saying that nobody's better than him and Baker. It should be noted that these tapings are the start of their new ones from the Universal Studios. Again, Austin Gunn and Colton Gunn team up to defeat Bison XL and Laurentiz X quickly with Colton getting the pin on Laurentiz after a powerbomb neckbreaker combo from the Gun Club. Layla Hirsch defeated Catalina Perez very quickly and dominant with the running knee strike. Lance Archer defeated Liam Cross extremely quickly after hitting the blackout, followed by the EBD claw by slamming his head down a couple times and then gets the pin. The Varsity Blondes defeated Liam Gray and Adrian Alanis. The Varsity Blondes come out, totally different vibe here. Serious, no smiles, not being amped up, just going in, straight business. And Pillman gets the pin on Alanis with a jackhammer. They then cut a promo on the House of Black and say that they aren't afraid of a little violence. Red Velvet defeated Viperous with the final slice, very easy. It's Viperous' first match in AEW since March of 2021. Sky Blue defeated Robin Renegade with the Flatliner, and Robin's twin sister Charlotte tried to get involved, but Sky gets the win. Anna Jay defeated Tiffany Nieves quickly with the Queen Slayer. Daniel Garcia defeated Anthony Green in a really good 7-minute match here. Garcia ends up winning with this modified abdominal stretch. And then after the match, Garcia in 2.0 cut a promo where Garcia pretty much said that he's going to win the TNT title this year. Bear Country defeated Brandon Bullock and Jameson Ryan quickly with the Bear Bomb. And the main event here, Orange Cassidy and Wheeler Yuta defeated Peter Avalon and JD Drake, with Orange pinning Drake after the Orange Punch in a fun 7-minute match. NXT UK starts with a number 1 contendership tournament match. Another first round match here with Dave Mastiff and Jack Starz defeated D Familia's Rohan Raja and Teoman with Charlie Dempsey by their side. And D Familia comes out to a new theme song here, Mozart's DZ Eri. Charlie Dempsey kept getting involved in the match until Gallus comes out to stop him, causing Mastiff hitting a bridge German suplex to Raja for the win, but Gallus and D Familia end up fighting after the match. And all throughout the night there was highlights of Walter's time in NXT UK, with the roster speaking very highly of him. Amale defeated Stevie Turner. Jinny was on commentary for this match, and the whole time talks trash to Amale, but Amale wins quickly with the Hope Breaker. Pretty Deadly going to Sid Scala's office and complain to him about Sam Gradwell disrespecting him last week, so Scala makes a match for next week for Pretty Deadly versus Gradwell and a mystery partner. Amale was being interviewed backstage and she gets interrupted by Jinny, which caused a brawl between them. In the main event here, Walter's last stand as they call it, and also the last time he probably used his name, defeated Nathan Frazer. As expected, this match was fantastic. Make sure you go out of your way to watch it. Frazer with some crazy fast counters and moves here, especially reversing Walter's powerbomb attempts and taking it to Walter in his last match. But Walter stops Frazer off the top rope and finishes him with a powerbomb for the win. Pour one out for Walter. Impact Wrestling. This was the show after the Hard to Kill pay-per-view. Before the Impact, Black Taurus defeated Matthew Raywell with the Parable. And the main show starts with W. Morrissey coming to the building, pissed off, looking all over for Moose. He goes to the ring, he calls him out, but Moose doesn't come out. So Morrissey says how he had Moose beat at Hard to Kill, and Morrissey won't stop doing this until he gets an Impact World title shot. So Moose finally shows up in the Tron and says that he will defend the title tonight, but not against Morrissey, and he will handpick his opponent. We cut to Scott D'Amore backstage, just trying to calm Morrissey down. but he gets interrupted, and something is happening at the commentary desk, and we see that Matt Taven and Vincent are harassing D'Lo Brown and Tom Hannafin. So D'Lo tries to fight back. Mike Bennett and PCO jump him from behind, and all the ROH guys attack D'Lo, including PCO putting D'Lo through the table with a senton. Laredo Kid defeated Chris Bay. Trey Miguel joined Hannafin on commentary for this match. Really good match, about 12 minutes or so, with Laredo Kid winning with a top rope Spanish fly, and this crowd here in Dallas was really into this match. Rich Swann, Eddie Edwards, Heath, Rhino, and Willie Mack were all backstage, pissed off at what the Ring of Honor guys did to them at Hard to Kill, and tonight, they're on a mission to go find and take them out. Brian Myers makes his return and said that he's been disappointed that VSK and Zik Dice are the learning tree, and tells them to prove themselves. So Zik Dice says that since Moose challenged him for the title, he will go out there and win the Impact title, and then he gets this giant pizza delivered to him. Speedball Mike Bailey, making his Thursday Impact debut, defeated Jake Something. Ace Austin was on commentary for this match. Bailey makes quick work of Something, winning with the beautiful Ultimate Weapon, but Ace Austin was not impressed on commentary. Violent by Design and the Good Brothers were backstage arguing about not winning a Hard to Kill, but they see Rhino and Heath down from an attack, but instead of helping them up, they just attacked them even more. Gia Miller was trying to get an interview with Matt Cardona and Chelsea Green, who both said that they were so close on winning, but Tasha Steelz interrupts them and starts talking trash, so Chelsea challenges to a match for next week. Masha Slamovich defeated Vert Vixen in a little bit over a minute. Very dominant match here. Josh Alexander comes out to cut a promo on Moose, and getting the Impact World title back, and challenges him, but he gets interrupted by Charlie Haas. Yes, that Charlie Haas from the World's Greatest Tag Team back in the day in WWE. Debuting here for the first time ever in Impact, Haas starts listing his accolades and how similar him and Alexander are, how he has more left in the tank, and challenges Alexander to a match. Alexander says that he won't get his match until Alexander gets his world title back first, which pisses Haas off, and they start brawling. Alexander grabs the mic and says that the match is on. Mickie James and Rok-C have a segment backstage where Mickie says that Rok-C is going to make history tonight and warns her that Deonna Purrazzo is intense and to bring it to her. We get the Impact World title match. Moose defeated Zik Dice. Moose comes out in street clothes, destroys Dice in seconds with the rock bottom. W. Morrissey comes out to attack Moose, but Zik Dice gets in the middle instead, so Moose runs off. Morrissey takes out Zik Dice, he takes out VSK. Then Morrissey chases Moose to outside, but Moose is already seen driving off. Jonah defeated Raj Singh. Scott D'Amore's on commentary for this, and says that Gresham and Rok-C are here to represent Ring of Honor, but this invading Ring of Honor group are Renegades, and they are not part of it. Singh gets on the mic and shouts at anybody, and it ends up being Jonah. He comes out, destroys Singh in over a minute with the top rope tsunami splash. The Influence and Decay do a backstage segment where Decay challenges them to a match, and they get interrupted by staff who show Eddie Edwards is laid out in the back. Gia Miller is backstage with Jonathan Gresham, who says that he has no information about these Ring of Honor Renegades, and he has nothing to do with them. Steve Macklin interrupts him, questions his honor, so Gresham challenges him to a match for next week. And the main event here for the Reina de Reinas AAA title, as well as the Ring of Honor Women's World title, Deonna Purrazzo defeated Rok-C to win the Ring of Honor Women's title. Ian Riccaboni and Matthew Raywall are on commentary for this match. Really good match here. And Rok-C's Impact debut, a real amped up crowd as well. Rok-C struggled not to submit at the end, but Deonna applies the Venus de Milo for the submission win, and she becomes double champion. Maria Kanellis heads into the ring, goes face to face with Deonna, but Matt Taven, Vincent, PCO, and Mike Bennett get in the ring and surround her, so Matthew Raywall jumps in to help her, and he gets taken out by all these Ring of Honor Renegades until Rich Swann and Willie Mack try to come out for the save, only to get taken out themselves. So Rok-C no longer the women's champion here for Ring of Honor. I know she has an upcoming MLW appearance, but I wouldn't be too surprised if after her WWE tryout, we might see her pop up, maybe as soon as the Dusty Rhodes Classic tournament. NWA USA has Tim Storm and Black G's having a bit of a disagreement to start the show until Raven shows up. Yes, ECW's Raven, and says that Storm has no business being there in this management position, so G says to him and Raven can discuss some things about the future, and Raven agrees. And we get our two matches here with Arya Davari defeating Jay Spade with the Magic Carpet Splash. This is another first round match for the NWA World Junior Heavyweight Title tournament, as well as Marche Rocket defeated Anthony Weather. Mayweather had the match won, but Black G's and Mims caused a distraction outside until Mayweather runs out. Ran into an axe kick by Rocket for the win. We also had a segment here with Natalia Markova and May Valentine. Basically, Valentine accusing Markova of being disrespectful to the staff, so Markova pulls her hair back and tells her to stay out of her business, so it looks like we might be getting this match soon. NWA Power, it was supposed to go up Tuesday night. There were some technical difficulties on FITE. They said they're going to show it on YouTube, which they ended up putting it on. Unfortunately, I was not able to watch it live, and by the time I went to go watch it, it was already removed. So they won't be adding it till Wednesday night, and unfortunately that is past the recording time for this. So I'm going to go over the results, and if anything important happens, I'll make sure to cover it next week. But as far as the results go, Kylie Ray defeated Allison Kay, Melina defeated Maddie Rinkowski, the Fixers and Rush Freeman defeated the Dirty Sexy Boys of Dirty Dango and JTG, and Hawks Irie, Luke, and PJ Hawks defeated Jordan Clear, Clearwater and Marche Rocket of Church's Money Enterprises. 205 Live saw Bodie Hayward, Andre Chase's student, making his debut here, defeating Goober Raj. He introduces Bodie as surviving the beatdown from Joe Gacy and Harlan and accepting the Andre Chase scholarship until Von Wagner ruined it and tells him to make Andre Chase University proud with his first match. So Hayward looked pretty good in this match. About 4 minutes or so, ends up winning with a roll-up after dodging Raj in the corner. Ivy Nile defeated Valentina Feroz. Ivy looked extremely impressive here, and she was even doing push-ups at one point while having Feroz in the head scissors, and ends up winning with a standing dragon sleeper, cranking back for the submission. We're supposed to get a third match like usual here between Saurav of Indushir and Odyssey Jones, but that match got cut due to Jones suffering an injury during the match, as we saw in NXT, and we also saw Saurav make his debut on NXT as well. So instead of the match, they just showed the Braun Breaker promo from NXT as the new NXT champion. New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong saw Carl Fredericks and Kevin Knight defeated Bateman and Mysterioso. Mysterioso in his sweet Spider-Man themed gear, but Fredericks pins him after the Manifest Destiny. Brody King defeated Dave Dutra. Dutra's making his debut, has appeared on AEW, WWE before, but he gets destroyed here with the Gonzo Bomb. And in the main event, Jonah defeated David Finlay. Nice main event here with Jonah winning with the top rope avalanche splash. Main event saw two debuts here with Tommaso Ciampa defeated T-Bar. Ciampa with a fresh black beard here. Ciampa gets the win after reversing a backbreaker attempt from T-Bar into a roll-up. And Pete Dunne, also making his debut, defeated Akira Tozawa, and it's actually a first-time meeting between these two. Pete Dunne actually came out to his old NXT music, so I'm not sure if he's going to be keeping that or not, but it was a pretty good match with Tozawa, given just as much offense, but Dunne gets the win after the bitter end. So I'm not sure if these guys are going to be coming up, but I predict that both of these guys will make an appearance in the Royal Rumble coming up soon. And the WWE Network editions of the week were 3 episodes of WXW We Love Wrestling with 18, 19, and 20, and another episode of ICW Fight Club with Wolfgang from NXT UK's Gallus. That is it for me this week. You guys can catch me here next week for another episode of Shot in the Dark.